Good morning. So I slept about a mile and a half at the Vista, almost at the Vista, at Brockway. Went to the Vista, but I had probably the worst night's rest I've had in a long time. It wasn't really much of a good place to put your tent because everything's at an angle, a decent slope. So if you have a hammock, you're in great shape. Otherwise, I'd either do what they say not to do, which is pitch your tent somewhere close to the trailhead and just deal with it. Or you could actually, as I'm going through here now, it's a little bit past the 1.5 mile mark for the Vista, and there are some better, more flat areas. You just have to kick out or brush out a lot of brush and tree limbs and all that stuff because they've been logging out here. But definitely was a rough night sleeping last night. But I only got down to like 57 or something like that. So if you're doing this trail in August, or even after this, it's gonna be warmer, obviously. But that means the days are gonna be warmer, and this is a dry section. I was told there is a nice bit of water at Gray Lake. It's nice and full. So you could take, your water, camp for the night, like I'm doing, and it's about 10 miles in on the trail. So halfway through between Brockway and Mount Rose. So you can go and get some water at Gray Lake. You don't have to carry the entire amount that you would need for the section. So we're gonna give that a shot and see. And hopefully today isn't as difficult or as rough as yesterday, although it is going to be nothing but climbing pretty much. So we'll see, but that's the camping situation here at Brockway. There's no toilets of any kind, and there's no trash of any kind, so you still have to pack it all out. The only thing I know of in terms of trash is collection is at Mount Rose, the summit, the trailhead. So just so you know, you'll have to carry some water and pack it all out the entire way. So, all right, let's go. Okay, so over there is a parking lot, if you will, for mountain bikers, from Martyrs Peak. And here is the marker at the junction here. So Mount Rose is 16 away. Not bad. And Baldy's 4. I've never been to Baldy. I don't know if I will. Probably not if it's not easy. So 16 more miles, not too bad. Not too bad. It's also, so far, the ascent has been relatively easy. It's been a nice grade. The map made it look like it was going to be much more steep than it is. Don't get me wrong, there's a steep part or two, but so far it hasn't been that bad. And several places like this where it's more of a decline, which is throwing me off a little bit. So it wasn't as bad. Probably knock on some wood here. As I was thinking it was going to be. We'll see how the rest goes. Not a bad view of Tahoe. Probably about 7 miles in from Brockway, roughly 7 or 8. And there's some of the other mountain ranges above and over. Not bad at all. Just a small climb from where I checked out last video of Tahoe. Here's the Nevada-California state line. Nice. Wasn't that terrible of a climb either, just down there a bit. All right, we're getting there. All right, so I just talked to a hiker little while back past that state sign, and here's a sign, there's a challenge up there. He said I'm about an hour and a half from Gray Lake, and it's a good one, so we might just definitely hit that up. He said there's a nice stream there. There's also, he said, a stream about 4 miles after that, but you'll miss it if you're not looking for it. He said it's on the side here, and has some rocks, as if it was saying, no, this is not the trail, or don't go over here, it's not the trail. So you go past that a little bit, and you have to do a little bit of scrambling down, but there's a stream after that. So I don't think I'll do that. If I find it, I'll shoot it, but I won't go down it. Just so that way people know that there is something there if you miss Gray or don't do Gray and you really need some water. But as always, whew, not bad. Okay, so pretty windy. That's good. Here is the junction. There's a nice little marker here, Gray Lake. You can go down and grab yourself some water. Continue on the TRT here. I'm feeling really good, and I got almost an extra liter of water, so I think I'm just gonna go for it and go the entire way. And I'm pretty sure it's all the way up there that is Relay. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think that's Relay, so we'll see. But anyways, right there is a nice little post marker, so if you need some extra water, go get yourself something at Gray. Okay, so sure enough, just like I say, you have to come back up a bit, but there's Gray Lake, so continue on the trail over to Relay Peak. So exactly like they said, you can go get yourself some and come back up, and you'll connect back with the TRT. Not a problem. It's kind of funny, go right down there. I can't remember which one that is. Gosh, I really wish I remember. But you could go over there too. You could actually skip that entire Gray Lake thing, and you could, I'm sure there's a trail that comes down. But sorry for all the shakiness here. Just give me a second. I'm past it. Just a minute. Yeah, totally. I'm sure there's a way to get down there and get at that water. And you could even camp there, I bet you, if you really had to. Yeah, so this is just on the, I can't remember, we're not to Relay yet. We're trying to get there, but you could definitely get over there and camp out and get yourself some water and continue on. So you don't just have to go to Gray. Good to know, good to know. Okay, so this is that additional offshoot trail that I was talking about. You could take that down there, do some scrambling to get it to a stream, but really the trail's over to the left here. So it's right there, right where he's saying. And you're going down a bit, so okay. All right, makes sense. I'm gonna head on up. Okay, so coming around the corner here after a long climb, and there it is, right there in the distance. It looks like it's a lot further away than what it is. It's about a mile, not even, I don't think, but sorry about that, but yep, that's where, sorry, one more time. Sorry, that's where we're going. So let's climb up and over. Relay Peak. That's for the TRT. Sorry for the confusion. I just didn't want to be kind of weird videoing Relay Peak, but I just got finished with it, and I was a little bit wrong on the other one. Over there is the AT&T relay station. Usually this right here is covered in snow. There was just one patch of snow. It took me forever to get those last 3 miles. But I did. So now I'm gonna head down, go to Mount Rose Summit, which I've done several times, and call this one a wrap as soon as I get down there. So I wanted to show you guys this. This is not too long after you get down from Relay Peak, and it is off in the distance. It's just around this bend. There's not a lot that calls us out other than it's a flat area. And I've been here several times, and I've never really thought a lot about it, other than it might be a great place to go and try and camp. So I thought, well, why don't I just go ahead and actually look back in there if I wanted to camp one night, or if I was a thru hiker and I couldn't make it all the way down to the summit. I was just super tired, so I decided to kind of walk in here and look around. And there's plenty of areas that are open, and you can see that you could camp just about anywhere, really. There's a lot of open space here. And then something kind of caught my eye, and I just kept walking back further and further, and just wanted to see what I could see, and not only seeing how far back this goes, but what was it that really kind of caught my eye that sort of stood out. And as I go further and further back, and again, these are all great places to camp at, not bad at all. Hammock, tent, doesn't matter. As I go farther and farther back, closer to Galena Falls, eventually I see what is a makeshift fire ring and something of a very primitive campsite. Someone has definitely been here before and definitely camped and had fires here. I don't know if it's illegal or not. This is the Mount Rose Wilderness, so it's not managed by the same entity that would manage the Tahoe Basin. And it's about 50 yards or so off trail. And you can see how far it is. I'm really having to zoom in here. That there's the trail all the way from where the camp is. And a few people walked past me on the trail as I was back here and never noticed me, never saw me or anything. So if you really wanted to, you could make this a camp for the night. You could do that. I wouldn't have a fire, only a camp stove, even with the permit. Just too risky, especially with all of the fire danger out here. But again, don't know if it's illegal or not, but it's definitely back here. Okay, so this is the end. This is the Mount Rose trailhead. Actually, the official thing was back there, but awesome. Hello. Hey. Trash. Trail. Restrooms are closed. So while the restrooms are officially closed because they're messed up, there are porta potties. So sorry about that. So there are porta potties. So no water, but trash is here. So all right. Well, hope you enjoyed it. It was a long one, but it was challenging but good. So hope you found some value in this. Give me a like or a comment, and I will see you next time.